Full jump complete. Running preliminary diagnostics. Expected irreversible damage to the Tycoon detected. Calculations indicate the system's pulsar is dormant. Sensors have located the Piranesi, currently powered down. You must find a way to retrieve the Remus coordinates from it. Act with extreme caution, Administrator.
Yeah, currently powered down. For how long, though? That's the question. That's the fucking question. Right, there is the Piranesi. Let us... Right, well, right. So, we can send... We'll send one ship over there. We're not sending anything there first, right? We're not sent... No, that's not going to happen. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to send... right, you're there. In fact, if we don't need... can I just get rid of... Right, if I get rid of you and build another probe. That way we can probe the system double quick. Yeah, double quick probing. You know me, I like probing from from both ends. Swift probage. That's the hallmark of good. Anyway, so right. Something I learned. When I saw that the policy for this one is let's turn it on. Does it turn it on? We'll turn it on. We'll turn that one. Right. So the policy for this one is food tier 2. Interesting. So it uses 10% less water and buildings produce 30% more waste. That doesn't include, apparently, the quarters. That doesn't produce more waste, apparently. I don't know. I thought it did. It does not. Oh well, never mind. There we go. We want to find, ideally, some more ice, because we're down to 60 ice on the entire bloody station, which is not ideal. So we're going to look for some ice, and basically we're going to search the entire system. We're going to probe the entire system, and then once we probe the entire system, then we'll go and prod the Piranesi. Not first. Fuck me, no. It just seems like a... What lunatic would go and poke the big evil ship that just murdered the even bigger ship that murdered the bigger ship that was of us? It's fucking bonkers. You wouldn't do that. It's madness. So we're gonna wait off until we've like probed the entire fucking system first.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay, so I think we found all the locations of interest scattered around the system, as well as a whole bunch of mining stuff, which we are currently going around and collecting. We've done a load of research as well. So we've got stuff like all of the cargo ship stuff is unlocked, all of the stockpile stuff is unlocked, insect farm for some reason. I've also unlocked the science generated during expedition. I should probably get this, shouldn't I? Is 5% really going to do anything for me? I don't think it is, actually. Okay, I'm going to hold off. We've got the train stations. That's cool. I'm going to build train stations. Three electronics.
Has completed its
okay, we're just going to build them all. Build all the train stations. That's right, motherfuckers. Choo choo. Beep beep, motherfuckers. Right, we'll build all the train stations. I'll also use some of the alloys up as well, which is probably a good thing. We do have a whole pile of iron stored in here for some reason. And ice is getting better. We were fine, I think. I think that the recycling plant was... The water recycling plant, water treatment centre, was actually supplying us with enough water to keep our food going. So I think that was fine. Not too worried about that. I like the little drones as well. There's some research for them. The drone bay. Increase maximum drones. Number of resources drones can carry. Ooh. Let's get that. I like that. Right, let's send our... Right, where are you? You're over there. So let's... We found an unknown structure. I want to know what the unknown structure is. I want to know what the unknown structure is. So let's...
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
A probe has detected a Dolos signal. There's wreckage here, not much larger in size than the Tesla. Contained within is a distress beacon. The emitted signal is incredibly similar to those that the Tycoon loses. Okay. Investigate the wreck then. You do that one. Okay, you're doing that. Let us... you know what, you're here, so let's do this one. 12F has an average temperature of 1012 K. A number of hot spots were detected across its surface. We've also locked on to an extremely deteriorated distress signal. Encoded IDs identifies the sender as Topias Tuamian, who disappeared into... Oh, it was that fucking guy! On Crux P43? That dickhead? What the fuck is he doing here? We have landed on 12F. Its surface is covered in ice and the planet is bathed in a red mist around 100 meters in height. Numerous ice formations pierce the mist and extend skyward. The atmosphere radiates a blue light when illuminated by the system's pulsar. We have triangulated the location of the distress beacon and identified several sites that could prove suitable for data collection. Find Topias. What the fuck is he doing there? Those spheres are weird. I don't like it. Alright, well, it's fine. It's fine. Otherwise, I think we're fair. I mean, you know, we're still obviously going and mining supplies, but there's not too much that we're too worried about then in that respect. I think we're getting enough. We're getting enough stuff. I could get the leech mining. Mine more resources. You know what? Let's go and mine more resources. The team has identified the fragmented wreckage as part of the Tycoon. Huh. A large amount of Frow's tachyons were detected in the area, as well as the frozen corpse of Tycoon crew member Nora McCarthy. Reviewing DLS data confirms that Nora McCarthy is alive and well on the station. Tycoon engineers have also verified that components and plating found at the wreck are still in their proper place on the Tycoon. Okay, so this is like some multiverse thing, isn't it? When we jump, are we jumping in space or are we jumping dimensions? Because it feels like we're jumping dimensions. Okay, well I guess dismantle the wreck, but we have found a bunch of
a science ship team has completed a task.
Of debris there. Good. Arriving at the distress signal coordinates, we discover a huge deteriorated metallic device half buried in the ice. Although of gigantic proportions, it is very similar in construction to the emergency beacons of our suits. While surveying the surrounding area, we found a badly decomposed giant humanoid corpse. Only a few scraps of organic tissue remains on the giant's bones, as well as material fragments of a Dolos suit. Organic sampling and DNA analysis revealed the corpse is that of Topias Tuamian. We are unable to propose a robust theory on our report. Frow's tachyons will be detected in the area, and their atomic characteristics apparently altered. Okay. Right. Well, there we go. So apparently we are jumping through dimensions, one of which leaves giants?
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Maybe this universe is smaller? Fuck knows. The fuck is going on? No, oh, because it's broken. The probe launcher's broken. We have two probe launchers. We do have two.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Don't we? You're not even set to auto build. I wasn't double probing. I was only single probing. What the fuck's the point in that? Why was it even off? Oh well. It's on now. That's the important thing. The wreck has been successfully dismantled. Recovered resources are ready for cargo ship pickup. There is no trace left of the strange phenomenon. Okay, well, we will suck up the science. What was I thinking? I had a thought, didn't I? Was I going to go mining? I was going to go mining. You know, the more resources we have available to us, the better, right? God, look at our trust. Everyone's super fucking happy. Look at the trains. Why are you so happy? Dog. Train station. Cool. You like trains. You like having trains. I mean, who doesn't? Trains are fucking awesome. Has to be said. You are still doing that. That is fine. I think that ship is on its way to deliver stuff. Hopefully. Oh no, you're mining. Alright. Don't worry about it. That is fine. We need to make sure that we have enough space in... Yeah, we don't have enough space Right, so I want you to stop collecting, just stop collecting everything, to be honest. Until we get rid of all these resources.
A probe has completed.
Okay, we should have some more space there, which is good. This is one of I wish that the stockpiling system in this game is probably one of its worst aspects. Because it's just kind of a pain in the ass to try and manage it. It's very sort of like manually... It's just very manually intensive to sort of like fiddle about. And it can be very awkward to do it. It's not the end of the world. It's just kind of annoying.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
We've landed at 12E. Although it has a much warmer and more humid climate than that of Earth, it does possess oxygen and other materials that would prove useful for colonization tests. Oh. In that case, do something like this. How much ice do we have? Probably... Nope. Probably more than enough, right? I'm assuming you have... Hang on. Let's go and have a look here. You know what? Actually, that's not too bad. Right, if we... Oh, we're already training. Good. Good, because I wanted some colonists, and now we have colonists. So that's good. That should hopefully speed that up. To be honest, these are the worst ones where you're just waiting for resources. And to be honest, a lot of the time it's because your the docks are busy. And so you don't have the resources, space to put the resources in to take over there, and that then just holds everything up.
Has completed a task.
Sample analysis indicates that outgassing of nitrogen dioxide from below the surface of 12F and subsequent atmospheric mixing results in a red mist, which dominates the planet's lower atmosphere. The team of the scope was also able to establish parallels between the data sets collected on Kruk P43 and 12F's geological activity. Abnormal levels of Frow's tachyons were detected beneath the planet's surface, and the cause of which remains unknown. Okay, well, I guess we've got lots of science there to suck up, and over here we are now delivering colonists, which is good. Oh, so much science to suck. And also, oh god, with so many people. Right, so we want to... Now, this is full. So we still have, like, 400 people we can dump. Over, sorry, I mean, relocate over to Sector 6. So let's dump 200 over there, like that. I'll keep the little SOBs busy.
A probe has completed its scan.
I sucked all the science out of there, so let's go for... I almost clicked on the Piranesi. Nope, we're not doing that. And hopefully you've got 48 more lads, which is exactly the number we need. Good, right, so once this cargo ship has arrived, we can then start building that, and that will get that colony on the go. That'll start producing science for us, and we can move on and go and start researching other bits and pieces. At the moment, we're just researching all kinds of things. What we're researching at the moment, I can't even remember. Oh yeah, the waste treatment's just making electronics a little bit faster. Just because I felt like it. Do we actually have any of the... we finished all of the solar panels. That's fine. I don't think we need a huge amount more power, to be honest. I don't know how close we are to the end of the game. Got the nano filters. Do we want pros move 50% faster? I don't really care about that.
Has arrived at its destination.
That's generally fine. All this is mostly okay. Water treatment plant's finished. Got the I mean, I do like the drone bay. We got the nano filters. Do I want 20 silicon now produce 1 electronic? I mean, that's not too bad. What I want is this to work faster, not more efficiently, to be honest. Silicon isn't a problem. It's more just about... mining 10% faster. Don't really care about that. Research speeds. Do I want research speeds? You know what, let's increase the speed of polymer production, just in case. Just in case we need some stuff. I just The Piranesi scares the shit out of me. Anyway, scans of 12J have picked up unusual electromagnetic activity on its surface. Although not of great intensity, it would seem an electromagnetic wind traverses the planet. The ship's PA became corrupted during our descent to 12J and we had to shut it down. As a result, we can only transmit partial information. Guided by the wind currents of the planet, we were able to locate a suitable landing area. Angular and extraordinary crystalline structures comprised of sodium chloride rise from the planet's surface. Our time on 12J must be short. Its electromagnetic seems to be impacting the scope and its systems. Let's study the electromagnetic activity seems like a good shout. All right, we finished the colony. That's all good to go, which means we can now move the Tesla onto PSR B1257 plus 12L. God, that just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? While carrying out the spectromagnetic analysis, the team of the scope located a source of electromagnetic emissions coming from an angular tunnel with a crystalline composition. The sides of the tunnel reflect like mirrors. The team's reports detail how, as they advanced, dark shapes moved within the mirror-like walls and removed the crew's reflected selves. Right. These accounts would be dismissed as hallucinations. However, the visual capture of the team confirmed their reports that only one crew member appears to still possess their reflection. Psychological monitoring of the scope team registers rising level of panic amongst its members. Yeah, no shit. Break the mirrors. That takes 3. I'm going to take the long version. The long version always seems like the better option. That's my hot take. The longer it takes, the more science there is, potentially. Oh, that's creepy. It's like an SCP type thing.
Has completed a task.
Let's see if they'll get sucked into mirror hell. For a short period of time, contact was lost with the team of the scope. When re-established, only Umryo Bat reported in. They've transmitted a report that is incredibly detailed and of a length that indicated the completion of several decades of work. Their vital signs are extremely worrying and they seem to be severely fatigued. Okay, let's go back to the Tycoon then.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Well, plenty of accidents happening outside as well. Fuck me. What the fuck was that? Right. Oh, that was just science there. There was no mission to do. Good. I guess you best go back to the station and get some more people to get sucked into mirror hell. Seems like a fun thing to do.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Okay, against my better nature, I'm gonna do the mission before we start sucking up the science. First readings of 12C indicate the presence of extremely intense meteorological activity on the planet. Initial imagery captures hexagon-shaped cyclones. The planet's core appears to be surrounded by a layer of liquid hydrogen. Many moons orbit 12C, surrounded by clusters of asteroids in unusual arrangements. Preliminary surveys have identified many telluric promotity emerging from... What the fuck is a telluric? Because like, they keep on saying it, and I don't know if actually know what what's it? Telluric. What? Just rocks. You could just say rocks. You could just... It's just rocks. It's rocks coming out of liquid hydrogen. That's what you want to say. We should be able to establish a research site upon one of the promontories with the help of our gaseous planet exploration equipment. From the closer vantage point, we can see the asteroids that surround the planet's moons. They are almost perfectly spherical in shape. Weird way to say it. Let's have a look at the spherical moons. Aren't all moons spherical? Are you getting more people? There we go. We've got some more people. Excellent. Excellent. Who the fuck would want to go on these science missions? Jesus Christ.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Alright, let's have a look at this one. First readings of 12D indicate the planet experiences intense geothermal activity and extremely high temperatures. Its surface is largely covered with molten basaltic rock. We have located a thermometer. We could land the scope. Conditions on the planet are extremely dangerous. Soaring temperatures, unusual gravity. We recommend only a quick surface analysis opposed to any further exploration that could lead to human emitter. Okay, so they're saying do quick. So we've got a heavy research infrastructure, but it's saying be quick. So I'm going to perform a surface analysis because I think maybe going for the long one here may be the wrong... I feel like it's trying to tell you that going for the long one is a bad option.
The science ship team has completed a task.
Reports from the team of the Tesla indicate that we thought were asteroids are in fact telluric satellites orbiting the moons of 12C. A succession of smaller and smaller satellite bodies were observed in heliac arrangement. The team theorized that this continues to a subatomic scale. Large amounts of Frow's tachyons have been detected in the atmosphere of 12C as well as the surrounding many of its moons. Okay, well let's do a deep dive then.
A science ship team has completed a task.
We completed surface analysis of 12D, observing the geothermal activity and its impacts on the planet have allowed us to refine a number of planetary ecosystem models. Okay, and no one died. How about that? Right, we'll suck that science up. What do we want to research? Hull. Takes 20% less damage from impacts. Hull deterioration while rooming is reduced by 20. You know what? Let's do that. I feel like the fact it's given us it had that objective to have like batteries suggests we're going to do a lot of moving around. I'm guessing maybe running away potentially. So not losing hull while we're running for our lives, probably a good shout. Go on, hurry up.
A science ship team has completed a task.
The atmosphere of 12C is extremely hostile. While we were conducting our service, a cyclone rose up and pinned us down. Miriam Schatz and myself were separated from the others. When the winds abated and gave us some respite, we did manage to regroup. However, the others, their suits are orange in colour. It's not from environmental factors. They are insistent that Dolos has always had orange suits. This is clearly untrue, and Miriam Schatz and myself are wearing standard Dolos, yellow. They are indeed our crewmates, and medical and psychological analysis not retrieve any... Oh my god. They're alternative people. Fucking hell, we can just leave them there without this. It's like, nope, nope, no, leave the mirror people behind, thank you. Let's bring everyone back. What's the worst that can happen? It's just, they seem chill. It's just they're from another dimension. That's fine. Several planetary readings from 12H fall outside parameters of theoretical models. We landed on 12H, a planet with intense geological activity. Fissures expel gas into the atmosphere and canyons run deep across the planet's surface. We've located a stable area where we should be able to study 12H's phenomena. Let's do something like this then.
Completed a task.
We've completed our theoretical model of 12H. During our studies, Katya Lerzov showed sign of a mental distress. Concerned that gas expulsions were the cause, we carried out standard suit integrity tests. No breaches were found with their suit. Later, while we were submitting our results, Katya Levov was seen leaving the research site. Okay, we'll locate her then. Shit getting weirder.
Completed a task.
I'm going to wait until you get the science, just in case she turns into like a big mutant monster and eats our face. I mean, I don't see that as a likely thing to happen, but I'd like the science first, just in case, just on the off
A
chance.
science ship has arrived at its destination.
Our probe has detected abnormal meteorological activity present on PSR B1257+12G, calling into question our theoretical models. We have descended into the upper atmosphere of 12G. Updrafts and downdrafts of ionized hydrogen form purple shaded tornadoes and immense green cumulonimbus clouds. A grouping of tornadoes surround and circle a massive cyclone on the planet, large enough to be the size to be observable from space. Ooh. So you can launch an autonomous analysis drone, set up a measuring device, or authorize basic analysis only. Let's do this one. And I'll send you. Let's do that. Right, we're going to suck the science up here first, before we do anything else. Tell you what, I like the drone bay, and I'm getting the research for the drone bay just because I think it's neat. I just think it's neat. So it just acts as like a transport. It just quickly transports resources around. And I just think that's quite useful. How are we doing over here? So this is fairly open. How much ice do we have? We've actually got plenty of ice. Ice is not a problem. We could maybe do with a little bit of iron. Can you just go and mine iron, please? Is that too much to ask? Where are the miners? Standing by. Moving. Why are you... Where are you going? You're traveling to the Tycoon. You're traveling to the Tycoon.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay. Why aren't you doing anything? You are doing something. Off you go. Good. Right, the reports from the Scope team have been inconsistent, indicating a psychological instability. According to the most recent transmission, the team is following the tracks of Katya Lerzov towards the house. Towards the what now? What the fuck's the house? The team will enter the house. That can't be a good idea. I don't know what the fuck... What the fuck's the house? Never mentioned a house before. Fuck it. Set the house. Whatever. It's fucking weird.
Has completed a task.
Okay, the drone fabrication pattern, Cutiman, took off from the cargo bay of Tesla and descended into the lower atmosphere. The collected data allowed the crew to update theoretical models of the planet, and the team concluded that the pulsar activity of the system has had a significant impact on the atmospheric conditions present on 12G. The phenomena observed are unexplained without external factors. While preparing to depart from 12G, the crew of the Tesla spotted something unusual, different from the observed meteorological phenomena. A translucent tubular formation pierces the cloud cover and rises high into the atmosphere. For science!
Has completed a task.
I'm going to wait to suck up the science there before I
Population transfer
work out if everything
complete.
died. Oh, what happened here? Comms contact with the Scope team has been lost. For a short time, we were still receiving mission reports. The house is much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, has no interior light source, and contains a series of mazes. The last report speaks of a thumping sound being heard. Shortly after this was received, the crew's suit signal was turned off, one after the other. Cool. Very cool. Repatriate the Scope. Oh. While repatriation of the Scope was being initiated, Katya Lerzov contacted the Tycoon via the ship's comms. They have returned and are in possession of a strange, translucent and gelatinous sample. After rapid analysis, it's comprised of unknown particles held together by Frau's tachyons. Katya Lerzov appears to be extremely disorientated and requires medical assistance and psychological support. They are returning to the Tycoon aboard the Scope. Okay. Return to the Tycoon, I guess. Okay, let's suck up that science. Oh, look at all the science down there. Lovely. Not that I'm struggling for science at the moment, you understand. Okay, let's find out what happened. The first received images from the Tesla indeed reveal the presence of a huge and translucent tubular formation. Upon approach, it appears to possess luminescent properties. Around the formation, the meteorological activity is almost calm, and glimpses of the planet's Tellurite core can be found. The captured imagery disproves the hypothesis of crew hallucination. The crew wishes to continue with further analysis. Oh, is this a good idea? Feels like prodding the unknown is a bad option, but we'll do it anyway.
Completed a task.
Oh, it's fine. The data collected is quite contradictory. The majority of measurements match those taken in other areas of 12G's atmosphere. However, readings from the beacons seem to fluctuate. Isolating these anomalies while excluding the background data suggests that the tubing generates a weak electromagnetic field, beta radiation, and Frau's tachyons. Tesla's team has established several theories and is recommending a more invasive follow-up study. Mission safety protocols advise the team, who are exhibiting a concerning form of fascination with the tubing, should be repatriated. Yeah, I'm going to leave. Let's just suck up that science. We have like almost 400 of now. Jeez. I'm gonna get all my drones. I'm gonna have so many fucking drones. Baby, see how many drones I've got. Now, we're going to go down here and start sucking up this science with the scope. And the Tesla, once you've done that. Now, this is the one with Miriam Shat. So I don't know if this does anything. We're just going to send them back to the Tycoon.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
It's a mushroom wall. How many accidents can happen with a fucking mushroom wall? It's just mushrooms. Because it said... Was it those guys that repatriated the crew? I genuinely can't remember. Was it the other one? Was it the scope? So I'm going to send them both back.
A new request awaits your attention.
We've got a request. Where to? Hello. Administrator, the team from PSR B1257 plus 12C mission has returned to the station. Some members of the team appear to be experiencing distress, confusion, reporting consistencies between the Tycoon they left and the Tycoon they have returned to. On landing, one of the team was greeted by their daughter, whom they thought lost with Earth. The daughter insists she embarks at the Tycoon at the same time as her parent. Another is convinced their husband is on board the Tycoon. Records indicate the husband was affiliated with other Dolos facilities and probably died during the lunaclasm. Send them for intensive Munchian psychotherapy. They will find their bearings or quietly remove them and perform autopsies on the bodies. Jesus. Yeah, let's do that. We've got 2 science. Doesn't really feel worth it for murdering 3 people, but you know, you never can tell, can you? You never can tell. Right, so you are fine. Tell you what, just go back there, and we'll send a Tesla over to the Piranesi, because I think we're now sort of ready to do that. I guess we've sucked up everything else, and we're as ready as we're ever going to be. In fact, what I'm going to do is we're going to cancel that, and we're going to build 2 countermeasures. There we go. Now we're as ready as we can be. The Piranesi has been located. Initial visuals indicate that it has suffered heavy damage. Our sensors are not detecting any activity on board the ship. We've entered the Piranesi. There is neither light source nor gravity within the ship. Many modifications have been made to its structure. The walls are of an unknown shiny black metal that distorts the vision. The corridors you pass through are sometimes similar in design to those of Dolos or the UN. In some places, however, passageways are almost organic in shape. We did discover a large memorial. The statue at its centre is obscured by many cables, pipes and conduits that lead away from it to the ship. We can make out the words property of the BMS at its base. The team were not so anxious. We have stopped to carry out further observations. Says the team will travel deeper into Piranesi to find the device that holds the Vol coordinates. Let's do that. We have found them. The devices holding the Remus coordinates are behind a heavy reinforced door. We have tried several different approaches to open it, but haven't succeeded in scratching it. Connecting the Tycoon and Eden to the Piranesi will... Oh, that sounds like a bad idea. would allow us to power and reactivate the door's control subsystems. The connection is also necessary for the extraction and transfer of the Remus coordinates from the devices to the Tycoon. Administrator, one other thing. Shortly before we found the devices, we passed an effigy of Giovanni Battista, former member of the Marduk Council. Okay, we need to move the Tycoon then.
An message from our colonization mission requires your attention.
Hello? We need to the colonial study of the... Okay, so they're fine. They're ready to come back. We will repatriate them. That is fine. 2 cycles. I think we have more than enough battery power to deal with that. Just double check. So we've got 5, 5.4, and 7.9. Yeah, that's loads. Okay, here we go. Extract coordinates. Once the Tycoon is connected, we'll be able to power and short-circuit the subsystems to the reinforced door. Coordinate transfer from the device to the Tycoon will then be initiated across the connection. 3 cycles. We're also repatriating the guys from over there, which is good. I think we've got everything on that, haven't we? Collecting some mice as well. That's fine.
Ship team has completed a task.
Administrator, the Piranesi is reactivating. Oh, what a shock. Who could have seen that fucking coming? We had to manually break the connection with the Tycoon, interrupting the coordinate transfer. The damn wall started to move. Thanks to our exoskeletons, we are making for the Tesla as fast as we can.